Hey, how you doing? My name is Zaire Dennis, and this is Insight Discussions. I wanted to give a quick video just going over the different topics that we're going to be covering on this platform and what you can expect to see. Be going over music, art, sports, and self-development through interviews that I'm going to be holding with a lot of great people. So when it comes to sports and that, the plan was to talk to athletes that do sports other than the ones that I normally play, which is football and basketball, learning more sports and also having sports debates and discussions with my brothers and my friends. So due to COVID, that's currently not available to us, but we're still gonna be able to use Zoom to have these different debates and discussions. And I wanted to do that because we all know that there's certain people on TV or online that they give these crazy, just outlandish opinions and thoughts that we know as either just a character that they put on for the cameras, or they just say it just so they can get a reaction. And that's something that I personally hate. And I hate hearing the same teams, the same topics every single day. So our goal with that is to give you something new, dynamic, some good information. Now, just like anybody else, we're gonna have our own opinions, but the goal is to have it not be influenced for clickbait and views and by advertisers or the company that you work for, whatever the case may be. It's just us doing it, giving our own opinions and thoughts. And I'm sure that you're gonna enjoy the discussions that we're gonna have with that. When it comes to music, the majority of the music will be all music reviews. Talking about new artists that I've found or that people have put me on to, but also talking to singers and music writers, producers, people that I may know that really dig deep into these things and learning as much as I can, and also things that can help you if you're interested in doing that also. And when it comes to the self-development part through the interviews, I have a lot of great interviews that I'm going to be doing with people. A lot of great information from YouTube content creators, artists, newlyweds, teachers, parents, all walks of life really. And the point with that is the fact that, you don't have to be a celebrity. You don't have to be an Instagram, who's who with 1 million followers, 10 million followers to be able to provide great information, to have a great story really. And that's the goal really. That's the goal with the whole channel, is to find everyday people that you know that you can relate to, that I can relate to, and being able to benefit somebody else, being able to teach something, being able to learn something, and being able to pass that on to somebody else. And that's the goal. So when it comes to the interviews, it'll be a lot of great stuff coming up soon. I have a few interviews already recorded that I'm really excited to put out for everybody to see. In the comment section, make sure that you leave, suggestions, comments. Anything is really welcome. If it's stupid or otherwise hateful, I'll probably just delete it. But, feel free to leave your comments, and then I'll do my most diligent effort to go through the comments, react to what they have to say, and have good discussions, open dialogues there too. So if you want to see something in particular, you want something to be covered and discussed, an album or a sport event, then drop down in the comment section, leave that there, and we'll make sure that we cover that too. Like the video, subscribe, and if you enjoy this and any of the other content that we have here, make sure you share it online with somebody else. Keep passing it on. Hopefully that chain will continue to grow and it'll get the channel bigger. As the channel is able to grow, we're able to do better with sound quality or with lights or with new guests, connecting with new people, then the quality of everything else will go up too. So help us out while we try to help you out, and we try to just do as much as we can. So that's the goal. That's what you'll be expecting on here. Make sure you follow on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at insight_discussions, or my name, Zaire Kyrique Dennis. Email or through DM. Either way, it doesn't really matter. If you want to reach out to be on the show or to suggest anything, any kind of comments that you have, hope that you enjoy it, and we'll see you later.
So with that being said, if you're the most valuable player in the NBA, you should make it to the finals, at least.
I mean, even if you don't make it to the finals, you lost to the finals winner. It's not like he
Make it to the finals.
It's not like he lost to the team that lost in the finals. He lost to the champion.
That's cute, but that's cute. That's real nice. But I mean, will LeBron lose like that?
He has.
Nah, LeBron will never lose like that.
He sure did lose to the Celtics.
Who?
LeBron.
When
in the conference finals? Yes.
Cleveland he did. But that Boston team was stacked.
Yeah. LeBron. Who did LeBron have a team? Was LeBron the number?
Did he lose?
Was LeBron the number one team in the league that time?
Yeah.
That's fucked. Cut off.
Yeah.
Take him over James Harden. So
That's fine. You just don't. I mean, I know it's because you hate James.
No, not because I hate James Harden, but I feel as though Luka can get me.
I like Luka's play style way better.
I like Luka's play style way better, but I feel as though Luka can
be traveling too, just so you know.
Not to the extent that James Harden do.
But I like.
He doesn't
He
does the same step back art.
No.
What do you mean?
James Harden's step back is not the same step back that Luka be doing. The little behind the back step back. No. The little behind the back, that's different from dribbling in place and then let me jump back with it. That's not the same.
That's why it's just easy to get a bunch of people in one space. And once we get you there, we can tell you what we want to tell you, you know. Yeah. But like, I mean, we've done a good job of bringing people in the community that are able to speak to the boys in a way that can be applicable and they can take it and, you know, go forward. I think it's a good start off, especially in our town. We need something early in the summer that kind of gets people in the right direction, especially like our youth out here, so they're not just like falling into dumb stuff. You know what I mean? There's nothing to do. I mean, just unfortunately, there's just nothing. Even right now, in these two, the virus and stuff like that's going on. Our town's been on lockdown for kids because there's nothing. You can't do nothing regardless. You know what I mean? So I was a little bit worried.
Y'all can stay home. I bet. I'm going back to doing what I was doing.
You know what I mean? So that could be them just walking around the block. You know what I mean? Just finding something to do. And so even that worries us as a committee and as an organization. Like, yo, what can we do? Our lock-in was going to be, you know, this weekend. But like even then, we're still trying to figure out what is our place right now. How can we continue to provide resources for the boys in the community? So the mission is non-stop. There is never going to be like, oh, we reached our goal. You know what I mean? Like, it's always going to be something to do. It's always going to be somebody who can help out or put into a higher position.
Okay. Now, would you say that you're an artist, or would you say that you're someone that makes art?
That's a good question. I never was asked that question. I feel like I'm an artist.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Why would you describe it in that way?
You said what?
Why would you describe it in that way?
I would say the reason why I would say I'm an artist is because I feel like, mainly because that's what people tell me, but mainly because like I can see how I'm so different from like other people that are not artists. I can see the difference in how I look at different things, like with my husband, with my best friends, with my parents. Like I can see, even they, like I said, they always say like I'm always doing something different. In high school, I was always called crazy or weird. I was always weird and doing stuff. Like how I think is just different than like the average person. Like, and two, it's like a whole thing. So that's why I would say I'm an artist, because I don't move or think like your average. I mean, not your average, but as somebody that's not an artist. So I'm definitely, and I feel like artists, they do have that little edge thing in their brain, maybe because they work more so on the creative side. So I feel like you can tell the difference between a person who is an artist and somebody who makes art. I definitely think you can tell because they move a little different.
Truly, me failing in that 2013 Newberry tryout was kind of the best thing that ever happened to me, because it allowed me to see that I was more than just a basketball athlete, because during my life, I've always been the smallest person. So how I got compliments and value and girls was by, the social status of being good at basketball. And when that was stripped away from me, that was one of the things that kind of made me feel unsure about myself, because I no longer could post a picture with a jersey on. I had to post a picture in a regular outfit. And, when I did that, the response wasn't as, good. I didn't have the amount of, interest from girls that I wanted anymore. So it allowed me to see like where girls' value systems were back around my time, and like who was truly liking me for who I was, and for the friends like who really hung with me when I wasn't on Twitter getting mentioned by coaches and things of that nature. So it kind of revealed a lot, and I'm grateful for that time.
Oh my God, I thought about the Anthony Davis thing when he was in the locker room. I You might have to clip that in there if you can find a way to clip that in there.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I could.
You ever seen that? Oh my God! It was spanking him in the locker room.
Who? It was faking his in the Lakers locker room.
No, it was when he was younger.
He was like naked or something like that.
Oh my
way.
God,
He was saying, you could hear him say, I love it.
Yeah, this rule off the Joker lip.
I love it.
Hold on, what happened? I was like, I ain't like the Joker back then like that anyway. I was a little suspect.
Stupid.
But
okay, so last two categories.
dang, it's more. God,